So, of course, there will be instances if you're coming to live in Hong Kong, you will want to have your family with you. So what immigration status is available to those people who have been able to get substantive residence visas? A working holiday visa doesn't entitle you to make any applications to support a dependent visa in Hong Kong or another kind of support, visa, which I'll talk about in a moment. So the working holiday visa, it's just for the applicants and the applicants alone, no family allowed. If you get a immigration arrangements for non-local graduates visa, you can get a dependent visa for your family. If you get an employment visa, you can get a dependent visa for your family. If you get a business investment visa, either a startup or an entrepreneur, you get a dependent visa for your family. Now, what does a dependent visa actually mean? Well, to get one, you need to be legally married to your partner, and you must be of heterosexual orientation, and you need to have, if you have children, they must be under the age of 18, or otherwise in full-time education, and they can't be married. But in that situation, all of those accompanying family members can get dependent visas, and the dependent visa is a brilliant status to have, because actually the dependent visa gives you the power to do more than your sponsoring spouse. Because if you get an employment visa, if your sponsoring spouse has got an employment visa, all he can do is work in that miserable job that he hates. But you, as the dependent visa holding spouse, can establish a business, join a business, you can study, do charitable works, paint pictures of the harbour, whatever you want to do. It's all permitted activity.
Sorry, I missed the initial part. So are you saying that the employment visa cannot have their own business? Okay.
Can we park that, please? Yeah, thanks. So the dependent visa is a great status to have, but unfortunately, unless you are legally married, heterosexually legally married, then you cannot get a dependent visa for your life partner. Similarly, even if you are legally married, or you have some civil partnership that's recognized in a jurisdiction, and you're same-sex couple, you too can't get a dependent visa. All that you can get is the same visa status as de facto spouses get in heterosexual land, which is the prolonged visitor visa. And the prolonged visitor visa is what I've couched as the slippers and pipe visa, because in comparison to, or when you compare it to the dependent visa and all the privileges that you get under that immigration status, essentially, when you get a prolonged visitor visa, all that you're able to do realistically is wait for your spouse to come home every night and hand him his slippers and his pipe. Because you can't do anything on that status because you're merely a visitor. And the problem also with the visitor visa, the prolonged visitor visa, is that it expires every 6 months and you can't get an ID card if you've got one. Now you can get the extension, it takes 2 or 3 hours every 6 months, as long as there's no change in your relationship. But it's something that you have to traipse through every 6 months, and given that it doesn't also allow you to count the time in Hong Kong under that status as part of your continuity of ordinary residence for when you may want to make a right of abode application subsequently, it's clearly a very lacking status. But the Immigration Department at the moment won't give dependent visas to non-traditional family members in those circumstances. Hopefully things will change, and will change pretty soon. But that's the really the lot of accompanying family if you've got the ability to sponsor. So I'm done now, and you're most welcome to ask me whatever questions you like here or afterwards, but you're most welcome also to go on our blog, and if you have any immigration questions arising whatsoever, pop your question down into me. I'll receive it, I'll change your details to protect your anonymity, and then I'll give you a podcast answer within 48 hours, which helps you and it helps me. It also helps the rest of the community as we begin to demystify the immigration process and try and get rid of all the visa gossip and rumours that permeate this town. So with that, I'm done. So thanks for your attention, and I'm all yours any way you like me. Thank you.